Hey, what's happening? This is Cooper Anderson from Creating the Sound, and tonight I'm going to do a quick mix on Dylan's snare drum of the day, which is the Ludwig's 5x14 Supraphonic, which we used on our Funky Drummer sample replay. So if you want to find out more about that, you can check out our website, creatingthesound.com. Dylan already tracked these. He sent over the session. He threw a few plugins on, and we're going to take it from there and try to make it into a usable drum loop in just a few minutes. So let's go. All right, so I have the Logic session up here, and let's just take a look at what we've got going on. So it looks like he has, typically he records a bunch of different mics, and then we mute some out depending. And it looks like he's already kind of picked the ones that sound good. So I'm just going to hit play with whatever was there and take a listen to that. So let's go. I'm also going to take this compressor off the drum bus just to see, because that's on everything, I believe. It's all going through this one bus, so we'll bypass that and have just no mix bus compression whatsoever. I'm mixing on headphones today for the purpose of the video. Typically I like to do this on speakers, but headphones are good for now. Alright, cool. Sounds like a good solid basic tracking mix. So let's take a listen to the individual tracks and see what's sounding good. So this is one of the kicks. Slide my mixer over. So this is the kick group. Looks like he's got a kick in and a kick out. Definitely prefer the kick out. The kick out's got a lot more tone. So that's the snare blend. A lot of the tone coming from the top. Hi-hat's not bad, a little bit of snare bleed in there. That's the character mics. We got a kick crush, front of kit. I usually like this mic. Shotgun mic sounds a little distant. Hall mic is really cool. And it looks like the rest aren't used. Alright, so let's just mix it together with what we have here. So I'm just going to bring all the faders down for now. For some reason my names aren't showing up on my controller, but that's okay. And we can put the stems back to 0. So this is the track stacks in Logic. Alright, so let's start with the kick. Maybe throw a little compression on that. I like that Universal Teletronics 176. Oh, the UA 176. And we can use the Harrison EQ. Give it a little more upper mid range because it sounds a little muddy right now. I like the body, but there's no yeah, that gives it a little more presence. There's a lot of hi-hat in this mic. We can even throw a gate on it. I'm gonna do that before the compressor, so they're not working against each other. turn that decay up a little bit. Now on this drum, I wanted to get more of the click, the kick in. So we can almost filter some of this out. Take a lot of that low end right out of there. See how that blends with the other kick. Gives it a bunch more attack. It's pretty sweet. And let's try throwing another 176 on the whole mix of those two kicks. Nice and punchy. Alright, let's move to the snare. Yeah, it's nice. Just the blend of the two mics. The snare itself sounds great. We'll just do this 11 on 1176s. I typically like to do the 3 attack time and 7 release time, like Chris Lord Algae. But it's a little slower attack, so it'll let the transients go through, and then it gives you a quick release, so you're kind of in and out. Just levels out the snare a little bit more. Maybe make that a little bit brighter. Let's find a nice EQ. How about the SSL? Why not? Give it a little more bass. That's cool. It makes it peak a little bit though. I'm going to bring down the input. Bring up the hi-hat and add that in, because I think this direct hi-hat mic is going to have some nice crispiness to it. Looks like he's already cut the low end. I'm going to see if I can gate out the snare out of this. Okay, so then we'll do the little trick where we duplicate the track with the gated snare. Copy this down here. So now we have an exact copy, and then with the gated track we will throw the gain plugin on there and flip the phase. So that cancels out, that takes the snare out of the hi-hat mic. See if it's helping us at all. It's not bad. Alright, let's put in some of our other mics and try and make this into a loop, because I definitely wanted to keep it short. So let's throw in these character mics, see what happens. That one's got this really like nasally honk to it, so probably won't use too much of that one. It's very present. nice. It adds a little more depth. This is when it's out. And that's in. So that's the 3 character mics combined. And then we have the hallway mic to give it some super depth. I almost feel like the kick's a little too boomy. I like on this loop, I like to have a little more punchy of a kick. Let's try and use a transient modulator to make that a little more punchy. Yeah, it's definitely snapping now. All right, so let's throw a little, I almost want to throw a little high reverb on the hi-hat too, just to give it a little more ambience. So he had the little plate on here. I'm going to throw my classic Ocean Way drum room. Ocean Way Studios. Throw that on the reverb setting. That is bus 10. And then we can I was doing it on the phase flipped one. All right, let's try this again. Gives it some nice depth. Let's try a little bit of that on the snare as well. And I'll even throw some on the kick to put the whole kit in that room. Just a tiny little bit on the kick though. Alright, now so we're totally peaking on this drum bus here. So we definitely got to bring that down some. We can just throw EQ on and gain it down a little bit. It's the quickest way to do it. Might have to bring the verb down a little bit too. And let's throw a compressor on here. We have a lot of 1176s, but you can't really go wrong. Let's try this Arturia Comp Diode 609. See if they have any presets. Cool. Let's dry wet it a little bit. It's kind of cool. Seems to give it a little more life. And then, of course, the classic move is to throw the isotope ozone on it. We'll go for vintage sound. Not really liking the vibe of this vintage treatment at all. Let's try the modern one. That's a lot more transparent, but now it's really bringing up the noise of the hall mics. See when I mute these? Cleans it right up. So I'm gonna see if let's first try taking this compressor off. I kind of like the sound of it on there, but before it's compressed, let's throw just the waves noise reducer on there. See if we can clean that up a little bit. So there's a couple of them, Z noise and X noise. Yeah, it's not bad there. I can live with that for now. Could definitely use the isotope stuff to clean that up better, but for quick and dirty, I like the wave stuff because you can throw it on as a plug-in and it's not going to kill your CPU. So that's basically it for a quick mix of the Ludwig 5x14 Supraphonic that we used on Creating the Sounds Funky Drummer Sample Replay tutorial set. So if you'd like to learn more about that, definitely check out our website. And once again, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.